Hello and welcome to tonight's show. We have a lovely guest I'm going to introduce in a minute. First, I want to say that we have the distinction and the pleasure of winning a national award as of yesterday as the best talk show in community television, and that's national. So I want to thank all my crew for that. And to continue that great tradition that we've now started, we're doing Remarkable Young Women, a new series, and this is by far one of the most remarkable young women I know. And I'm going to give you a little idea how remarkable she is in that she is a young lady that mayors have given the keys to their cities to, including Miami. Ringling Bros Circus, the oldest and most prestigious circus on earth, chose her as the first female ringmaster in their over 135-year history. That's how special they thought she was. And American Idol, the #1 show on television, chose her out of over 60,000 contestants, put her on the TV show, and was easily in the top less than 1%. So this is a very remarkable young woman. Please welcome Jennifer Hayward.
Thank you very much,
Well,
Rusty.
welcome to our show.
Thank you
now,
for
it's not the
having me.
first time we've done television together.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Christmas, here we come.
Yeah,
we'll do a show again.
Yeah. You know, let's do that. Every holiday season we get to work together, and that goes out live, and it's a 2-hour live special and a good community project.
I really enjoyed it both years, and I'm ready to do another one.
Well, we appreciate you, too, taking time out of your busy schedule now. We're going to get into how busy it is and coming and joining us on our community television station.
I know. Congratulations on your award.
Well, thanks.
It's fantastic.
We're excited about it. We won a couple regional ones, which I put on display here.
I saw that.
Yeah, we just heard about the national. It's super exciting.
That is really exciting.
Well, enough about me. Let's talk about you. That was my introduction. Now, I have no notes because I don't need them. I know you as a friend and a fellow entertainer. Let's start by, you were actually born in the South.
I was. I'm from Miami, Florida.
Miami, Florida,
yes,
okay.
With a Spain and Cuban background.
Right.
And I traveled for 4 years with Ringling Bros and Barnum and Bailey Circus, which you had mentioned, throughout the whole United States.
Right.
And settled out here. We've been in California for 3 years now, and we absolutely love it.
Yeah.
So you can't get enough of this beautiful weather. It's gorgeous here.
It is.
And
once you get here, you don't want to leave.
No.
You know?
No. I'm still trying to get my parents to do that, have that same feeling, but it hasn't quite happened yet. So.
Yeah, once you get older and set in your ways, it is harder to move on.
I know. I'm still working on them.
Now, you were born and raised in a small town outside of Miami, am I correct?
Which is Homestead. I grew up on a farm.
Wow.
On a 2.5-acre ranch, pretty much the Everglades, I would say.
Okay. Yeah.
And so we had horses and pigs and
That's what I was going to ask next. You had pets and you could have
emus.
a lot of fun. Emu, which is
chickens, roosters.
It's like an ostrich,
like an
but
ostrich.
smaller. Okay.
Yeah, we used to sell the little eggs and stuff, you know.
Right. How about brothers and sisters?
I do have siblings. I have my 2 older sisters, 29 and 35, Desiree and Jessica, and younger brother and sister, and my little sister's turning 11 this year, this month actually, and my brother's 16. So
is that right?
Yeah, we're a big family. I'm right smack dab in the middle.
And I'm guessing that puts me about the age of your father, which ties in with this interview because I would have auditioned for your drummer in the band we're going to talk about in a few minutes if I wasn't maybe 30 years too old for that gig. But
well, that's why we clicked well. My dad was a drummer in high school, and he did all the talent shows and stuff. So maybe that's where I got it from. My mom sang a little, but
I was going to ask, where do you think you might have been from? Your father playing music, your mom singing a little bit?
I've been singing since I was little. I mean, standing up in front of my parents doing like talent shows. That's where it all starts at home, and wanting all the attention in front of the video cameras. But I think it was my mom used to sing to us all the time, and my dad just would play all of his records. If it wasn't Prince playing, it was the Beatles, you know. And we would rock out every night to dinner, and so it wasn't the TV playing, it was, Bon Jovi in the background while we were, doing our family dinner. So that was really cool.
And I think music is really a landmark and a measure of our memories. You know, like you with your parents and their music, and then as you got older, the music you chose, and then, where it's going to lead to now. Yeah,
and I think a lot of people ask me, why country? You grew up in Homestead. Yeah, it's a very southern area. It is very an agricultural area as well.
And people don't remember or realize that Florida was a rebel state. It's a rebel state.
It's still
that's
South.
South. In fact, originally Florida, the top panhandle part, went all the way across to the Mississippi. That was all Florida. And the only reason they took those parts out was so that the other states could have access to the Gulf.
You're right.
Yeah, so it's very southern.
It is, and it is an actual, like the Everglades and Homestead is the southernmost point into Key West.
Okay.
And so it is a whole agricultural area. So if you
Right.
weren't part of like the Farmers Association or something, to be
Sure.
like Better Farmers of America kind of thing, you
Well,
were
good for
you were doing
you.
something like that. And
Yeah.
and I think what turned me on to country music, because I mean my family didn't really listen to country growing up when I was little, and other than probably one of my high school boyfriends would play songs for me, and I was
Sure.
like, what is this? You know, this is his
Right.
way of communicating, and I'm like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
And slowly I just started to see what the meaning of country music
Exactly.
was, and started finding all these songs about family and about love and
Exactly.
yeah, okay, the truck and the dog and all of that
Yeah.
stuff, but hey, that was what I was living with my family, and it
Sure.
kind of started bringing my friends and family together when
Right.
I started listening to it more.
Right.
And I fell in love with Dolly in Dollywood.
Yes.
So I think that was
Really?
the start of it
Okay.
all in that
Yeah.
magnificent park in Nashville. So I
Right.
definitely am a big Dolly fan. I think when I started listening to her music the most is when I started getting more in touch with my writing and started to see
Right.
that my format was turning into country. And I'm like,
Sure.
I think this is what I want to do.
Yeah, there's something natural, relaxed, and grounded about country music. And people can make fun about it. Oh, it's too simple or it's silly. But when you've been in the South, there's a whole culture there that I enjoy. I go to Arkansas every year for 4 to 6 weeks. You know, that's where my kinfolk are and everything.
way.
Oh, yeah, I love it. I just love the change. You know, and, well, yes, I'm ready to come back sometimes, but one of the big reasons for the weather. You know, I want to come back because the weather here is ideal, but the
Yeah.
culture is wonderful.
It really is.
Yeah.
I just actually got back from Nashville a few weeks ago.
Let's hold that
And-
thought for a
oof.
second because I want to tie this into that.
Okay.
One is, after you were on American Idol, then you got picked up by the Circus
I
and
did.
joined them. You traveled all over the United States. So you've seen a lot of places and you could choose anywhere to go.
Yeah,
But you
I
ended
guess.
up here in the Bay Area.
Well, every
Okay.
time we came out to play shows here
Yeah.
at the Pavilion, I mean, there were so many outdoor things to do
Right.
where San Francisco was close by, and the ocean in Santa Cruz is just awesome, and just the people were great, and we know the
Right.
schools out here are fantastic, and
Right.
when we want to raise a family, it wouldn't have been traveling on a train, or the circus life was definitely, it was a tough life. We're like, do we really want to raise a family out here? Do we really want to settle
Right.
somewhere? Let's find somewhere we can really
Sure.
finish out the dreams and things we want to do. We can't do it
Yes.
while we're traveling. I couldn't ever record. I
Exactly.
couldn't book anything because we were
Right.
moving on to the next
Right.
place. Any
Yeah.
dark day, you wouldn't know when it was going to be, and it just
Exactly.
never worked out. Even with the musicians that we have with the
Right.
circus, because we do have live musicians, and everything is not even to track. I mean, live shows. It was
Right.
always on, and they never had time to really learn new material to get
And
them
it's
in the studio.
adventurous, but it gets tiring. I mean, I've toured too. I was
yeah.
offered, cruise ships. I was offered, travel
remember
with
you
the circus
telling
and
me that.
things. So, it's something that's great to do, but you don't want to do it forever.
No, I think I would prefer the whole driving through and train and
Yes.
trailer drive than cruise lines, because
Sure.
I'd probably get seasick doing that, and that's
Right.
even harder. But we did
Yeah.
do as many shows even as the cruise line shows do. I mean,
Right.
it's like 13 shows a week,
Yeah.
3 songs a day, and there's
Wow.
5 songs a show. I opened every show with the national anthem.
Is that right?
Yeah, they had faith in me because I was
Oh
the
my
anthem
gosh.
girl back home in
Yes.
Miami. So
Yes,
they were
I
like,
was-
if you're a Miami Heat girl, then you can.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I actually was checking out your website, all the places you've sung that.
even in the White House
I was going
in
to say that
Washington,
next.
D.C.
I'm doing this interview. That was so exciting.
It was just so amazing.
I know. I
love
had
telling
known
everybody
that,
about it.
But in preparing for tonight's show, I was rereading some things, and I thought, of course, you have sung at the White House.
That was pretty amazing.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
It was for Easter, the
Yeah.
Easter egg roll.
Okay.
It's a 100-year tradition where they roll
Is
these
that right?
eggs down with spoons down the front lawn,
Okay.
and I have one signed by George Bush.
Is that right? Wow.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. So now, what leads us up to you decide, okay, I'm not going to be with the circus anymore, and then I think you ran off with one of their people too.
I did run away with the circus, and I took an elephant handler with me.
Did you? Yes. I
Yes,
think he's somewhere close by here
And my
too,
family
so-
did say that, hey,
Yeah.
what are you doing in the circus? You know,
Right,
are you going to
yeah.
end up having clown shoes
Yeah.
by the side of your bed? And I said, no, I'm going to have.
You know what? That's a storybook too.
I did
It's a
take a
storybook.
clown with me because he makes me laugh every day. And that's why I married him.
Yeah. Well, good.
So we got
good.
married in Florida when we were, our show actually landed through Miami, so our families could come, and his family came from England, and it just was perfect timing, and they had their vacation in sunny Florida, and we just jumped right back traveling for the rest of the year. And then settled afterwards out here in California.
And now, too, this ties in with everything because he actually works with horses. Is it a farrier it's called?
He's a farrier.
Farrier, yes.
Bike-eared horse
And that's
shoeing.
very country, you know? I mean, you're not going to downtown New York to work with horses.
No, well, he's a foot care specialist, I mean, for exotic animals. So he's not only with elephants, but his specialty is, I mean, what he does with horses is awesome. He's all along the Bay Area here, so pretty much a 50-mile radius from even through Mountain View. So it's a lot. He drives a lot and is in a lot of barns, does a lot of the hunter-jumper shows, which are pretty fancy and fun to go to. And,
you know, my father was originally a horseman, and he was actually in the Army, but he was in the horse-drawn field artillery where it still pulled by horses. And he trained the wild horses they would bring in for remounts, they call them. So yeah, it's a great culture, a historical culture with working with horses like that.
It is. I really love it, and he's really good at it too.
Yes,
so
I've met him, and I'm sure he is. Now you're working with animals too. In the meantime,
I am. That's my day job. Goodness, I have my own pet sitting business. So
and you guys just won an award for that.
We are best in the Los Gatos area. So we've been given an award. It was just today, so I have to research a little bit about it. I only just got the certificate for being best in customer service. So people send out little ballots for people to vote, and we got like a 4-star rating for our client services.
For you.
So.
And you know that's they're leaving their loved ones with you, their family members.
I know we were saying earlier, we've only been here for 3 years, but I feel like we just got out here, yesterday, and we're still learning about where are the good spots, and we're still meeting new people, and having this business this whole year has been so amazing because I've made friends and families this way that I feel like I'm connected to, and I've been here so much longer. It's just so crazy. So I think it's been the funnest business I've had. It just keeps me calm and at ease and gives me just the best of both worlds working with people, because my job is usually with client service representative, but with animals too. So
what do you think is the most unusual animal that you've babysat, or is there anything particular? And I'm asking because I just got to host a show called Furry Friends, and it was where they bring pets to assisted living homes, to juvenile halls, to young people who have trouble reading so they can read to these pets. And so I was interviewing a person and said, no, what's the most unusual pet you have? A snake.
Well, snakes are cool.
Yeah, a snake and a goat. They have a furry friend that's a goat that's very friendly.
They've only had like dogs and cats out here recently,
that's but
common. The coolest animal I've ever taken care of was actually possums. And
oh my gosh.
My dog actually had attacked a mom possum outside of my house, and we thought it was dead, and it was still moving, and there were little baby possums still suckling inside, and so we couldn't just leave them. So we had 6 little baby possums, and we tried raising them.
Was it?
No.
Oh, I didn't think he looked like the Attack the Possum type.
No. So we took care of some baby possums once.
That's nice.
It's a long time ago.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's the kind of, we're just not afraid of anything, and I've had awesome Great Danes to, the cutest of best kitties, and I'm actually boarding one in my house now. It's just fun. So in any little way that we've been able to help families when they go have their vacays, I'm having mine at someone's house doing an overnight or something like that.
Yeah. Now this is leading to your country music right now. You've got, and we're going to put up your website and all these things as we're speaking, but you've got a new video out, you've got new music, original music. Tell us about that.
I do. Just the best thing about coming out here was being able to really figure out, okay, what do you want to do, Jennifer? What is it where is your heart going to be? Or where is it? Who am I going to meet? And it was all about timing and just meeting the right people. And I will have to tell you how I met the wonderful people that I'm signed with at Sound Management, which was at a karaoke bar. Okay. So I was singing karaoke, and I got up there. It was one of those great nights where I was just, let it out, Jen. Don't worry about it. Don't show up anyone. Just have fun. And I even sang "I Want to Dance with Somebody," which is one of the songs I sang on American Idol. And I'm like, man, I just got to get up there, and who cares? I'm going to sing the song that just totally kicked me off.
And that's the person who hits a home run when they get up there. They're not all tense. They're not,
No
they just
one knows.
swing that bat and over the fence it goes. So good for you. Now, this management happened to be there. Were they looking for talent, or they were just having a night off?
They weren't. They
What do
were
you
just
think?
hanging out, and one of the engineers came over and was like, "You need to go by our studio. What are you doing
Sure.
here?" And I haven't gone back to sing there once because
Okay.
I've been at the studio. So
Right.
I found just a great
Wow.
family of people that have just brought me back to life and just
Sure.
said, "Jen, you can be, singing." And there's just people that have been giving me guidance and just all the networking tools to really reach out. And I think that's what it is. And again, it is about who you know. And I'm learning also about just a whole new generation of communicating via online. Something that my manager's like, "Hey, every day, this is your homework. Start meeting people, start talking to people, and communicating online." There's just a vast amount of fans that you can build this way, and let people know about your music and that you're writing, and let them know your talent. You're still doing stuff. So Jen's not going to sleep yet. She still has stuff coming,
And
so
you
it's
are
hard to do
remarkable
that
because you have it all. You're talented, you're beautiful, but you're personal, and very personable. And I can second what they must have seen in you on this karaoke night, because the way I met you was at this station in this very studio. Now, mind you, I'm a volunteer here and I can do whatever I want. The show that you happen to come in and work on, I'd never volunteered on their show. And then I saw you and I thought, wow, look at how pretty she is, look at how talented she is. So I volunteered on their show every time you were on their show. And that's how we met.
I remember.
So I can see, what people are going to see in the future, what they've seen in the past in you.
Thanks, Rusty.
Yeah, oh, it's absolutely true. I'm not just saying that. It's absolutely true. So now this leads to a management company. You signed a contract with them?
I did. And so basically I went to their studio to probably do some session work for them because they were like, "Hey, if you want to make some money." And I was like, "Oh, I just got to get singing again. Jen's got to get singing," because this is after a year and a half of just not doing anything. This is me going, I live in California now. I have to work hard.
Right. Wow.
So, me and my husband really did that, and his business is up and running. Okay, now I can maybe get a little, loose time to start working on my music, and I pulled out just a lot of my old songs. I was writing again, and I showed my manager and said, "Hey, is any of this, any good?" And I honestly, if I don't tell you what I really want to be doing, I'm wasting your time and mine.
Exactly.
I want to be singing country. He looks at me and goes, "There's like one country place out here for you to sing at."
Right.
I know I'm not in the right place, but you think, this is going to work.
Is that the country place?
Yeah, Saddle Rack and the Rodeo Club, which I'm not even in, yet. But boy, we go down there and we'll have fun, and we'll get up there eventually. We're still playing small places now, but yeah, he saw potential and thought, let's give it a shot. I think country is your thing, and he actually put some great songs on hold for me that were going to be on Michelle Branch's album. And,
that was my next question, because I've seen your video, you sent it to me, and it's out of this world.
Angel Give Me Wings.
Yeah, so people check this out.
You can check it out on my MySpace page.
Now, did they come up with that song for you? Is
it was written actually. It was written by Brody Stewart. And also some writers in Sweden. And
is that right?
Yeah, I didn't write the song, and it came to me at such a perfect time in my life.
Yeah.
I mean, Angel Give Me Wings. I saw something in the song, and I think it was written for me. It really does. It was like my sign. I needed one, and when I went in the studio to sing that song, it was just magic happened, and that's when I think the ball started rolling. It's like, hey, this can work, and doing the music video was just icing on the cake, and everybody's really loving it.
It's
getting a lot of good feedback.
It sounds so country, but it's not over the top trying to be country or pretend.
It is modern.
And your voice on it is out of this world. Now, where did you shoot the video?
At the Villa Montalvo in Saratoga, and a couple other parks, Santa Teresa area too.
Right.
And just the shots were wonderful. We got some really great shots, and
it's fantastic.
Moving Red did the directing of the video, and we just wanted a laid back feel. Jen not being her Broadway crazy. Jen's all over the place.
I gotta admit one thing and tell you
there were some parts where I was holding back, and I was just it was really hard for me to do. It's just challenging. So a lot of people are like, "It's so weird to see you like this, Jen. You're so serious." I know, it's hard.
Here's a typical guy watching this video. I'm like, wow, this is really good. And of course I know you, and then I'm like, you're up on top of the hood of a truck, and you're leaning back against our singing, and I'm like, wow, what kind of truck is that? Sorry, but it was a really nice truck too.
I know, it was one of Mike's clients. It was
Oh, is
Mike's
that right?
clients.
Oh,
yeah, we went to one of his
truck.
barns. He was shoeing a horse, and I told this client, I said, please let your truck be in my next video. And he was like, you got it.
Yeah.
Couple free shoeings, and my husband made it happen.
Oh, that was a very nice touch.
It's a very nice favor, and the truck was gorgeous.
Absolutely. Now, you've been to Nashville, you were saying, once or twice to do more demos or to...
I just got back once, actually. So I went there just for the demos for 4 songs.
Yeah.
And I recorded them at County Q Studios. And they've been known there for like since 1984, and they're well established. And they bring in these session players, and it was just so
some of the talent
impressive.
there,
And I was just blown away. I mean, the way they pull things together, and their charts are just amazing. I've never seen anything like it. And they just get in there and they nail it, and all together they've been doing this forever, and I'm like, wow, this is so overwhelming and so amazing.
Yeah, and then between that they'll go out and tour with someone famous.
I know, and they're on their way going somewhere. There are some people that just flew in for the session, and it was really, it was totally worthwhile, and everyone really seemed to believe in the project and just were like, who's your manager? How did you get these songs? They're great. And so, I mean, I didn't know what to expect when I got there. They're like, who's this girl? Where'd she come from? How did she get these songs? I mean, they're not songs written by me. They're written by Ashley Gorley. I mean, he's a great writer out there. And they're like, what's she doing? You know, who is this girl? So, I mean, the feedback from them was like, I'm interested. Tell me more. And that was what I was like, yes, I want to come back. And so they just love the music. They love the whole story, and just, I mean, it's just
people say, "Oh, it's hard to go down there if you don't know anybody." Okay, that's true.
That's what I did, and I was terrified.
It's hard to make it in the music business. That's true. But there are certain people like you that they fast track. Once they see you and hear you and talk with you, they fast track you.
Thanks, Rusty. It was scary. I think it was just let me just go, because you have to have that one-on-one feel.
That's right.
They are that. Yeah. It's that old school feel. They want to really get to know you.
And they say like too, if you're going to propose marriage, you don't send a letter.
Yeah.
You go there.
Yeah.
And so that's what you're doing when you want to make this connection.
So this is only the beginning. I might as well start it off right and find the country musicians that are already doing it. They got the sound, and they're also mixing the tracks right now. So it's all in the works. If not, we would be performing with my wonderful guitarist Sam, which couldn't be here tonight. But
we were hoping that you were going to sing something live, but they can't see your video on your website.
They can see my video. They can come see us. We have local gigs at the Rock Bottom.
Next.
Yeah.
A Rock Bottom. Now, is this a Tuesday jam night? I believe it is.
It is a Tuesday night, so it is a weekday, but you should totally come out.
Of course.
I think it's a really nice family brewery. It's a brewing company, but it's a family dinner, and they serve dinner till Lake Lee dining area, and it's in the Prune Yards in Campbell.
So you have a band that you perform there with?
It's just me and Sam. We strip all the songs down, and it's acoustic show, totally unplugged, very live and fresh, and the songs are, it's just really laid back, and we throw in a couple fun Bon Jovi, because they're some of my favorites, and even some Alanis Morissette. We just have a little bit of fun and do some familiar tunes for some of the regulars that have been coming to follow us. So we love it. It's getting us both out, and it's just a start.
So people can actually come down and see you live. No cost, at a great place, and it's a nice casual thing.
What's really nice in the summer is we're going to be out in the patio, so that'll be fun. We haven't done that yet, so I think being outside will be cool, and maybe drawing some people from the street and stuff.
For several years I did a Rock Unplugged show, and I hosted it on a jam night and played bongos.
No way!
Yeah, it was so much fun until they started coming up and doing like Led Zeppelin Communication Breakdown, and I'm like on bongos and crazy, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun without the full-blown electrical music all the time, which is also good.
I'm sure we'll expand at some point. I mean, for some time I was looking for, a drummer and bass player to really expand and just start playing some big places. But, we have to start off small. We really want to build a, following fan base. And I think just me and Sam, just what we do together, I don't know, it just works. We really feed off of each other, and it just flows, and the energy is really good, and we don't keep things down. It's just a really good show. And so far the feedback's great. If we need to expand or we need to grow when my demo's complete, then maybe we might do that. But right now, I think we like where we're going. So we need to start somewhere. And so far, it's pretty cool.
You want to walk before you run. So it's just right. The vocals and the guitarist is, I'm sure, great. Now, when do you think you're going to be there again?
We're going to be there on the
Date-wise?
15th of this
June?
month. Yeah, on
Okay.
Tuesday.
Okay.
On Tuesday, 15th, we start at around 9:30.
Okay, and after
evening.
that, maybe, in case this show, I'm not sure when it's going to go on
It's
the
pretty
air,
much
but
every other Tuesday. Every other Tuesday at the
That's
Rock
easy to
Bottom.
remember.
And
Okay.
and they have different entertainment every
Yeah.
night, so you can always call ahead to see when we're going to be there, kind of thing.
Wow. Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Now, as far as a band name, is it going to be Jennifer Hayward?
I believe so.
Okay.
It is Jennifer Hayward. There hasn't been any other stage name, so
Sure.
thanks to my wonderful husband with my new last name.
Yes.
So you can try and find out the Jennifer Fuentes nitty-gritty stuff online, but it's
Yeah,
Jennifer
no,
Hayward now.
I like Jennifer Hayward sounds better.
Yeah.
It's got a country flavor to it.
It really
It's
does.
solid.
I love
Very
it.
solid.
I love it.
You
No
know,
middle name, so it's just
Right.
Jen.
Mine, I'm not Rusty King. I'm not even going to tell you who I really am.
You already
I
told
made it up.
me.
Yeah.
I won't say anything.
But yeah, I made up Rusty King and the Rusty Guns.
I
love the
remember.
sound of that for country.
It is
right?
awesome.
Yeah.
It is awesome.
Yeah.
So when I need a drummer, I'll let you know.
Please do that, especially on any kind of jam night. It'd be fun.
I know.
And I hope we cross paths down in Nashville because I'm going to. I wrote a bunch of songs. I spent 10
remember you
years
saying
writing them.
that.
And, you know, we may be there at the same time and it'd be kind of fun.
I know. Wow.
Yeah.
How cool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So now they can go online, see. Are there any other songs online yet, or is it your video?
It's just the video right
Okay.
now.
So they can read about your past, watch your new video, and
We did update a couple YouTube clips of our live
Okay.
show. If you look for Jennifer Hayward, there are a
Okay.
couple of YouTube clips up already for the live show. I'm pretty sure we put some
Okay.
up. And then we have Angel Give Me Wings and is the main song that's on there right now. So
Right.
we're keeping it up for downloads and for people to listen to.
Right.
And we'll be putting up, some more songs pretty soon,
Okay.
and pretty much we're gonna try and shop a nice little package out
Sure.
to Nashville and see who bites the bait and see
Yeah.
what the feedback's like. But so far our shows are really good. I mean,
Yeah.
we even played the Children's Discovery Museum, which is really
Well,
nice. We've been asked to
good.
come back for the summer and do their big summer show and open for some nice
Yeah.
Latin acts.
Yeah.
So we might even do some Spanish songs, which will be
Wow.
fun for my Latin folks, which they love.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so
many
they-
facets.
I know.
Well, we have just a couple minutes left, and I want to
Okay.
say this. A lot of people, again, it's difficult in this industry. Yes, it is. But for a person like you, you're not coming in cold. It's not like, well, you've done something else your whole life, and then you come in and say, oh, I want to be a famous country singer. You've been successful at everything you've done. You've always been an entertainer, and you're so talented that I have no doubt you're going to make it, you know?
Thanks,
and I'm a
Rusty.
country person. I know what's good in country music.
Thanks.
So
Thank
my
you.
highest praise. Any last minute things you want to say? Anything I've missed?
No, you've been so great, and I'm so
Well,
grateful
we
for
were
you
glad
to have me
you.
here. Thank you.
So maybe you can come back and next time bring your guitars if he's not busy.
I would love to. I know
Yeah.
Sam would love to. He felt so
Sure.
horrible he couldn't be here, and we
Yeah.
would definitely love to put on a show for you and for
Yeah.
audiences that are watching your award-winning show. I
Well,
feel honored to
good.
be on your show, so
I'm
thank
totally
you.
excited about it. Yeah, and who knows what the next stop is for me either. Like I say, we may cross paths down there in Nashville.
But definitely you look for me too now that you're on the
I'm going to
internet.
do that,
So
yes.
it's www.myspacemusic.com/Jennifer Hayward. So
Okay.
you can Google Jennifer Hayward and a lot
Yeah.
of the stuff, fun
and we've
stuff
had a
pops
tag
up.
under you as we've spoken.
Oh,
and,
cool, great.
It's going to come up at the credit roll at the end.
Yay!
So thank you, young
No,
lady.
thank you.
All right, we'll see
Thank
a lot
you.
more of you. I'm going to wrap up now and say thanks everyone for being with us. We appreciate you watching our show. And a remarkable young woman, am I correct? I know I am.
Thank you,
So
Rusty.
thank you. You're going to see a lot of her in the future. Definitely go to her website, check out her new song. It's out of this world. You're not going to believe it. And thanks to all the crew. We're going to call it a night. See you again.